Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. This is Pinakin Rawal and you are learning the easiest way of to be prepared for particularly NEET physics. My dear students, in this lesson we are going to learn the most important part of our this startup session, that is differentiation. Actually, it is a logical mathematical concept which is used to solve so many concepts, so many situations, so many problems in physics which cannot be solved using simple algebra and geometry. To understand this term differentiation, let us take a simple situation in which logic of differentiation or logic of that concept is used. Suppose we are having a typical shape such type of shape is given and suppose we are asked to find area of that particular shape. Okay, it's nothing but a trapezium. Formula was there in lower standard to get area of this shape, but let us assume that we forgot that formula. Then what to do? Yes, a logic will be there in mind. Rather to get the area of full figure, if we divide this figure in two parts like this, then the task will be easy one. One figure is what? It is triangle. Area of that particular shape will be 1/2 base into height and the rest is rectangle. Thereby we can find area of each part, and to get the total area we can have sum of those areas. This is the logic, simple logic to make parts and to recollect the data. Let us take one more example. Suppose we are having a shape like this, is nothing but a circle, and if you are asked to find area of this shape, as we all know it is pi r square, but let us assume we don't know the area of this shape. Now what to do? To get the result, whatever the detail we are having, let us take a shape equivalent to that particular known data. Suppose I make a very small part of this total figure, then it will look like a triangle. And for triangle, we all know the area of triangle is nothing but 1/2 base. Say this much measurement is x1, then your base will be equal to x1, and height is nothing but for this shape it will be radius itself. Now after finding this area for small part, we extend that part further. Say that much measurement is x2, and again area will be equal to 1/2 base into height. Again we extend that part, area will be equal to 1/2 x3 into r, and so on. We will extend this shape till the total figure is covered there, and thereby to get the total area of shape we can summarize them, and thereby, as you know very well, r is common there in each and every term. Into bracket there will be x1 plus x2 plus so on, x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 so on. Now what will be the answer of this particular bracket? Is nothing but the circumference of circle. Yes, and thereby area will be equal to 1/2, and total of this sum will be equal to circumference is nothing but 2 pi r. 2 will be cancelled there, and your answer is pi r square. See, that is the magic of differentiation. The process is said to be differentiation. What is actually differentiation? Is nothing but the data which cannot be analyzed simply is divided into infinitely small parts, and after getting details of such parts, the data is recollected to get full result. The process of dividing the given data into small part is said to be differentiation, and the recollection is said to be integration. This one is integration, summarization. So this is the simple situation in which concept of differentiation is used, and in physics differentiation as well integration is frequently used. Unless and until you know very well differentiation and integration, you cannot solve some situation without using this one. Friends, in this lesson I have divided discussion of differentiation into 3 parts. To understand differentiation, it is important to understand the terms function and its limit. So in this lesson we will discuss only that part. The rest discussion will be in next video. Function. What is function? Suppose you are given 2 variables in which y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. As I said earlier, independent variable, and y is related with x with some mathematical relation in such a way that for each and every value of x there is a unique value of y, then y is said to be function of x. Once again, if dependent variable such as y is related mathematically with independent variable x in such a way that for each and every value of x there is unique, that is one and only one value of y, then and only then y is said to be function of x. And the symbol is written as y is equal to f of x, or y is a function of x. This is the symbol. Okay. In physics, we will be in touch of 4 types, mostly 4 types of functions, among which one is power function. Here we are listing just types. Power function. Example, y is equal to x raised to n type, where n is any real number. Such type of function are said to be power function. See here, for n is equal to 0, the function will be constant only, because anything raised to 0 is 1 only. Number 2, trigonometric functions. Which will be frequently used, such as, for example, y is equal to sin x type or cos x type, or y is equal to cos x, maybe combination cot x plus cos x square x, like this. Such type of functions are said to be trigonometric one. Number 3, exponential functions will be there. Exponential functions such as y is equal to a raised to x. See here, the variable is itself in power. Here a must be a constant, or rather to say it is positive integer, positive number. Such type of functions are said to be exponential, in which the variable is in form of power. Number 4, logarithmic functions. Logarithmic functions such as y is equal to log of x to the base e raised to n type. Such type of function, log of x to the base e raised to n type, where n is some constant. Okay, don't worry, we will discuss the total logarithmic function or logarithmic concept or logarithm in later videos. such type of function, that is 1 2 3 4 type of, we will be in touch of such type of function in physics. Okay, one more term is to be understood that is limit of function for particular differentiation concept, that is limit of a function. For given function y of x, there are some situation in which you cannot have directly the value of y by substituting value of x. In that case, if x, that is independent variable, is approaching to some fixed finite value, say a, then if y is approaching, value of y is approaching some particular fixed number, say L, then limit of y is said to be L. Limit, that is symbol. If x tends to a, that means if value of x, that is independent variable, is approaching to some fixed value a, then value of y is approaching to some fixed number, it is said to be limit of that function. Now to understand this concept, let us take an example. Suppose you are given a function like this, y is equal to x cube minus 8 divided by x minus 2. Okay, for simplification, you can factorize this particular term. It will be x minus 2 into bracket x square plus 4, x square plus 2x plus 4 will be there. But if you are asked to get value of this function at x is equal to 2, see here, this function is defined for each and every value of x except x is equal to 2. You cannot directly substitute x is equal to 2 there. Then what to do now? We will take a small differences around x is equal to 2. Small differences around x is equal to 2 means slightly greater values of x greater than 2, slightly less than 2 values of x. And what happens, let us check. For x is equal to say 1.98, your y will be equal to what? 1.98 cube is there, minus 8 divided by 1.98 minus 2. Your answer will be approximately 11.88. You can check it out. Okay, for x is equal to 1.99, that is approaching to, see here, according to definition I am approaching towards 2 value, then your y will be equal to 1.99, cube is there, minus 8 divided by 1.99 minus 2. Your answer will be roughly 1.94, 11.94. If we take 2.01, slight greater value than 2, then your y will be equal to, see, 2.01 cube minus 8 divided by 2.01 minus 2. After simplification, you will get here 12.06. Same way, if we take 2.02, then y will be equal to 2.02, cube is there, minus 8 divided by 2.02 minus 2. After simplification, you will get 12.12 here. Now it's okay, logic is developed. If you approach with x towards 2, see here what happens. Value of y is approaching towards 12. If you are increasing slight difference in x, then your y is going to be 12 only. See here, 2.01 is there, then your figure is 12. Y is 12.06. 2.02, y is 12.12. What does it mean? If we are decreasing 0.01, then 0.06 difference is covered there in value of y, and thereby we can say that if in between value x is equal to 2, then y will be equal to exactly 12. Here we can say that in this particular function, limit where x tends to 2, x cube minus 8 divided by x minus 2 is nothing but 12. Thereby limit of that function is 12. Such type of logical sequences will be there in calculation of differentiation. Thereby two terms are very much important. One is function and another one is limit. It is not exact mathematics, it is the mathematics of logic. In next video we will be discussing differentiation, what actually differentiation is. Mathematically we will discuss it. Okay, some working rules are there. By memorizing it you will be able to do the process of differentiation very easily, and it is used frequently in 11th as well as 12th. I have provided in PDF, which is in description box with a link, some more specified limits of function which are used in numerical calculations. You can go through it. Right now I will take your leave. Hope you are enjoying videos. If so, please suggest your friends to subscribe it. Thank you for watching. Keep watching. See you soon.